The Russian aviation market was hit hard by Western sanctions following the 2022 conflict with Ukraine. These sanctions cut off Russia from acquiring essential aircraft and components from Western countries, which heavily disrupted the industry. This loss forced Russia to reevaluate its dependence on foreign aviation technologies. In response, Russia began to prioritize self-sufficiency in aviation, leading to a major focus on the development and production of domestic aircraft. The MC-21, a sleek jet-powered plane, quickly emerged as Russia's flagship response. Seen as a rival to Western manufacturers Boeing and Airbus, this aircraft has attracted the keen interest of Russian airlines. But why are Russian airlines so eager to add the MC-21 to their fleets? And how will they take full advantage of this aircraft? Let's explore the answers to these questions. Even before the 2022 sanctions, Russia had been working on developing its commercial aviation capabilities. Back in 2007, the Yakovlev Design Bureau, part of the state-owned Rostec Aviation Group, embarked on a mission to create a narrow-body aircraft that would eventually replace outdated Tupolev planes. Initially named the Yak-2-42, the aircraft later became known as the Yakovlev MC-21, after receiving domestic certification in 2016. This project marked a significant shift for Russian aviation, signaling the country's intention to produce modern aircraft that could compete globally. Branded as the MC-21 in the West, this aircraft was designed to challenge the dominance of Boeing and Airbus in the narrow-body segment. Two main versions of the MC-21 were produced, the 200 variant and the 300 variant. Both models were poised to revolutionize Russian aviation by providing advanced technology, increased efficiency, and a reliable alternative to foreign aircraft. The MC-21 stands out not only for its sleek design, but also for its cutting-edge technology. The aircraft is available in two versions: the MC-21-200, which seats between 132 and 165 passengers depending on configuration, and the larger MC-21-300, which can accommodate between 163 and 211 passengers. The MC-21-200 has a range of approximately 3,500 nautical miles, placing it in competition with the Airbus A319neo and Boeing 737 MAX 7. Meanwhile, the MC-21-300, with a range of about 3,200 nautical miles, targets the Airbus A320 and Boeing 737 MAX 9 in the mid-market segment. One of the most significant innovations of the MC-21 is its wing design. Using out-of-autoclave composite manufacturing technology, the aircraft's wings are made from Russian-produced polymer composites, making them lighter and stronger than traditional materials. This wing technology allows the aircraft to improve fuel efficiency while reducing the overall weight, helping the MC-21 compete with more modern Airbus and Boeing models. In 2021, Russia invested over 4 billion rubles, approximately $45 million, to further enhance the use of composite materials in the aircraft, ensuring a strong and reliable structure that meets the demands of the market. Despite its innovations, the development of the MC-21 has not been without obstacles. The 2022 conflict between Russia and Ukraine resulted in a wave of Western sanctions, which severely impacted Russia's access to key components and materials needed to complete the aircraft. Originally, the MC-21 was equipped with Pratt & Whitney GTF engines, but due to sanctions, Russia lost access to these Western-made engines. In response, the state corporation Rostec had to find domestic alternatives. The solution came in the form of the PD-14 turbofan engine, produced by Aviation. The PD-14 represents a significant step in Russia's goal of aviation self-sufficiency, as it is entirely domestically produced. The first PD-14 engines were received in early 2020, and despite the challenges, Russia has continued to push forward with its plan to build a fleet of domestically produced aircraft. President Vladimir Putin announced an ambitious goal of producing at least 1,000 domestic aircraft by 2030, with the MC-21 being a central part of this strategy. So far, over $10 billion has been spent on the MC-21 program, though only a few units have been completed to date. In addition to sourcing components, Russia faces significant hurdles in maintaining and expanding its aircraft production. Due to sanctions, Russian airlines have struggled to obtain essential parts for foreign-made aircraft. Some airlines have even resorted to dismantling grounded aircraft to replace components in active planes, raising serious safety concerns. This situation has led to a number of safety incidents, and the problem is likely to continue as long as the sanctions remain in place. There are also reports that Russia has turned to non-Western countries like Turkey, the UAE, and Tajikistan to import critical aircraft parts, sometimes through loopholes. While this helps alleviate some of the immediate issues, it is an expensive and unsustainable solution in the long term. Another major obstacle is certification. In March 2022, the European Union refused to certify the MC-21, barring it from entering the European market. This lack of certification limits the aircraft's ability to operate internationally, which could severely hinder its commercial success outside of Russia. Without international certification, Russia's goal of aviation self-sufficiency will be challenging to achieve, as it restricts the MC-21's reach to non-Western markets. The MC-21 is often compared to the Boeing 737 MAX, particularly the MAX 9 model. Recent safety incidents with the MAX 9, such as the door latch failure on an Alaska Airlines aircraft in January 2024, have raised concerns about the safety of the Boeing 737 MAX series. Although most grounded Boeing MAX aircraft have returned to service, these incidents have caused some airlines to reconsider their reliance on the MAX. For Russian airlines, the MC-21 presents an opportunity to fill the gap left by the Boeing 737 MAX in markets where the MAX has struggled. While Western airlines may be hesitant to adopt the MC-21 due to sanctions and certification issues, airlines in other regions may find it an appealing alternative. In terms of cost, the MC-21-310 is priced around $91 million, significantly lower than the $130 million price tag of the Boeing 737 MAX 9. Additionally, the CEO of Rostec has indicated that Russian airlines could acquire the MC-21 for as little as $37 million, making it a much more affordable option. The MC-21 also boasts more cabin space than the MAX 9, offering greater comfort for passengers, a feature that could sway airlines seeking to enhance the passenger experience. Despite its challenges, the MC-21 has found a strong foothold in the domestic Russian market. As of 2022, the aircraft has secured over 300 orders, primarily from Russian airlines. Aeroflot, Russia's largest carrier, is leading the charge, having placed a substantial order for 339 domestic aircraft, including 210 MC-21s, alongside other Russian models like the Sukhoi Superjet SSJ-100 and the Tupolev Tu-214. This order, valued at around $1 billion, will effectively double Aeroflot's fleet and elevate the MC-21 as its flagship aircraft by 2030. Aeroflot's commitment to the MC-21 highlights the robust domestic demand for this aircraft, which is bolstered by significant government support and a desire for aviation self-sufficiency. While this domestic success is encouraging, expanding the MC-21's reach to international markets remains a challenge. The MC-21's international prospects are complicated by sanctions and certification issues. With its European certification denied, the aircraft is currently limited to operating in markets that do not fall under Western sanctions. This limits the MC-21's international reach, although there are opportunities in non-Western markets, particularly in neighboring countries. However, without access to the lucrative European and North American markets, the MC-21's international success will be difficult to achieve. Russia will need to overcome significant regulatory and political hurdles to expand the MC-21's market beyond its current scope. There are also discussions about future variants of the MC-21 that could broaden its appeal. A potential MC-21-400 variant, speculated to accommodate around 260 passengers with a range of up to 5,500 nautical miles, could allow for transcontinental flights. This longer-range variant would help the MC-21 compete more directly with Boeing and Airbus models in the long-haul market, expanding its potential customer base. If Russia successfully develops and markets these future variants, it could boost the MC-21's global competitiveness and position the aircraft for more significant growth in international markets. The Russian government has heavily subsidized the MC-21 program, providing critical financial and logistical support. However, Production capacity remains constrained due to the sanctions and limited access to certain materials and technologies. Every Russian airline is eager to procure this aircraft, but the current production bottlenecks mean that only a limited number of MC-21s can be delivered in the near future. Government subsidies have helped keep the program afloat, but the long-term success of the MC-21 will depend on whether Russia can overcome the production and certification challenges it currently faces. The MC-21 represents a bold step forward for Russia's aviation industry, offering a competitive alternative to Western-made aircraft, like the Boeing 737 MAX and Airbus A320. While the aircraft has shown promise with its advanced technology, fuel efficiency, and lower costs, its success is far from guaranteed. The challenges imposed by Western sanctions, production limitations, and the lack of international certification are significant barriers that Russia must overcome to make the MC-21 a truly global competitor. For now, the MC-21 is well positioned to succeed in the domestic market, supported by government subsidies and strong demand from Russian airlines. The orders from Aeroflot and other Russian carriers demonstrate the trust placed in this aircraft to replace aging fleets and move toward aviation self-sufficiency. However, expanding beyond Russia's borders and into international markets will require further development, possibly including new variants like the MC-21-400 and continued efforts to secure certification in key markets. The coming years will be critical for the MC-21's success. As Russia strives to ramp up production and achieve its goal of producing 1,000 domestic aircraft by 2030, the MC-21 has the potential to play a major role in shaping the future of Russian aviation. However, the question remains, can Russia overcome the current challenges and position the MC-21 as a true rival to Boeing and Airbus in the global market? As we conclude this episode, we would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think the MC-21 has the potential to become a serious competitor to Boeing and Airbus? What steps do you think Russia needs to take to improve the aircraft's chances in the international market? Please share your comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with the latest developments in the aviation world. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.